It is day 1 of practice for Largemouth Elite Series. Need a solid bounce back after Guntersville.
Like, you target largemouth and there's just so many spots in this lake.
So it's like Martin, you could do the right thing all day, catch 6 pounds.
Dude, we're gonna be scoping all day. It's honestly grueling.
Look at all of them, dude. 15 in that school. Look at this, dude. This is ridiculous.
See that down his mouth? See the tail?
I mean, you get 5, 2 4s, you're getting some money. So that's actually a good fish.
That's a good one, dude. 2-pounder? Wow.
Dirty water, middle of the creeks.
That's the game changer fish right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is day 1 of practice for Largemouth Elite Series. Need a bounce back, boys. Need a solid bounce back after Guntersville. Get us back up in AOI, but it's a beautiful day, not too cold. Stoked to get after it. I think it's gonna be a roam around, scope and deal. We're gonna try to catch ourselves 11.5 plus a day. And that's gonna be really good for here.
I thought it hit the side of my door because I mean, it was just like the loudest. I've never hit a deer before.
Yeah.
Dude, it scared me.
Yeah. I hit one on the way to the ramp one day, and it blew out my side, and it got stuck between my boat and my trailer.
It hit right here, I thought, and I was like, oh, it just hit the side of my truck. It didn't mess it up. Dude, I got out here and I'm like, really? Yo, that deer? That's how I felt at Guntersville. Absolutely crushed.
Where did you fish?
82nd.
I got you.
You beat me.
80th. At least for me, I don't know about everyone else, but I think it's pretty important. Like, I a lot of times change my settings depending on lakes with scope, especially when you don't use it for a while. A lot of it's preference, the settings. So every time I get to a lake, usually in the morning, I spend like 20 to 30 minutes just up there dialing in that unit so that it looks good for me, and I'm confident when I see a fish like hug to the bottom or something, you know, I know that it's a bass. And it seems stupid and a waste of time, except when you top 10 with scope, and then you feel like, oh, maybe it wasn't such a waste of time. So we will carry on. Also, it's beginning of the year too. Each year, everything looks a little bit different. The same way you got to dial in your side imaging, all that stuff. So, but when there's scope tournaments this year, it's pretty important to have your it's pretty important to have your stuff in order. Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. See that? Look at that. Now we follow them.
Homeboys are gonna be ready to bite, I think.
Come on, dude. Are those stripes? Damn, dude. My cat is good right now. Well, the 4-inch one it is. Look at this. Look at that. You see that down his mouth? See the tail sticking out? See how much this one weighs. I bet it's like, dude, honestly, that could be a good one. Like, we're gonna have to just find out what she weighs, bud. That's a good one, dude. 2-pounder? Later, buddy. Hey, all right, we're okay. That thing smoked it, son. Oh, we got another one. There's one right on the back side there. Yeah, I sniped him. Yep, watch this, watch this. Okay. All right. That's another half decent one, man. All right, okay, kill. It was the exact same look as that bait. We need 2.5s though, that's the thing. Like those are good ones, but they're not like dialed. I think the bass gods are gonna seriously shine down upon me in this tournament. I think the 4-inch minnow is the deal. La da 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 da. Half decent brush pile right there. I gotta get my casting dialed in for scope again. Aimlessly bomb casting at Guntersville. Wow. Wow, that fish was small. I mean, like, that was wow. Oh, we got another one. Here he comes. He sees it. Ah, he nipped at it, didn't get it. This is when I don't like LiveScope. Right here. Be a bass. Nope, striper. Come here, boy. I don't like this aspect. I never have been good at it. I think it's monotonous and boring. Like if we had scope at Guntersville, you could be like scoping deeper grass, docks. Like when you're in the middle of the lake and every once in a while you run across one like that right there. I don't like it that much. Buddy, it's like maybe 1 pound. Here we go, come to daddy. That's what I thought. I think it was actually a good one. Thought he was still hooked. I wish I actually got him in, so I wanted to weigh him. Dude, he's gonna be scoping all day. It's honestly grueling. I love how the non-scope tournaments, I'm like, damn, I wish we had scope. That'd be something like, either way, it's hard, dude, it really is. There's a lot of fish in here, a lot. This could be good. I mean, we need to catch some bigger quality, but real big one. Well, it's not a real big one, but I feel like it's gotta be 111. Come on, man. We're off the water a touch early today. Need to to get my LiveScope figured out. Going to get a little something tweaked at the service trailer because you're gonna need it in this one, I promise you. You know, had a relatively productive day. I caught 2 2-pounders and a bunch of 1.5s. 1.5s aren't gonna cut it. You're gonna need 2 5s.
Here we go, Lake Martin, day 2 of practice. Yesterday was actually pretty good. The thing about Lake Martin, it's a lot like Lake Shasta, Lake Oroville, the way I grew up fishing. Crystal clear water here on the south end. And the key at Lake Martin is catching largemouth. Not, you know, 5 a day, but if you can catch 2 to 3 good largemouth a day, I'm talking 3+ pounders. I found a 3+ pounder yesterday fishing dirty water. So huge deal here today. So I fished the upper reach of the river yesterday, and what's crazy is like the first half of the river is stained, but the second half going up is actually clear. It like gets clearer up there. And what's crazy is if you don't have the deep dive app, you're thinking, oh, let's go all the way up the river, it gets dirtier and dirtier. That's not the case here, and it shows it clearly. So yesterday I spent all my time in the upper reaches of the river here, but today I'm gonna go with the little dirtier water on the south end. We launched over here kind of by the dam. It is crystal clear right here. Largemouth don't live in this stuff. They don't bite in this stuff. So we're gonna go back in these back stretches here of these creeks. I'm actually gonna use the filter, and I'm going to filter the exact clarity that I had that 3+ pound largemouth bite in yesterday. So there are my reaches right there. So there's that creek, there's this creek, and there's this creek here. So that's the overall overview. We will touch some of that orange stuff, which is really muddy, but that kind of 2-foot reaction bait visibility, that's what I'm chasing right now. And again, if you don't have this app, you have no clue where the dirty water is. You simply, I mean, look how branchy this lake is. It's just nothing but a bunch of branches, and there's just really no way to run the whole lake and try to find that muddy water where those shallow largemouth live. So again, I got the ace in the hole here. We're gonna run all this stained water today. It's a little foggy, so we're gonna take our time getting to those areas. Once we actually lock in, we're gonna crank, we're gonna throw a swim bait, spinner bait, jig, stuff like that. So that's the game plan for today. Now you could always fish these bridges or the deep clear water for those 1.5 to 2 pound spots, but we're after those giant largemouth. All right, I'm ready. Let's go find some dirty water, cruise around in this fog. It's just like clockwork. Right where the dirty water starts, I mean, you look over and there's that nice stained hue. I love it. We'll start on some docks this morning. So we were just in this one, and it's kind of a yellow orange, and then now we're here where it's more orange, and looking over, definitely a lot dingier. That's a good thing. This whole arm right here, this whole Kalijah arm, we're in the dirtiest spot, which is, you know, this back area here. That's us. So we'll put the trolling motor down for 30-45 minutes and fish all the shallow cover. Ooh, I love this color water. This is it, man. See, this lake's weird. I mean, it's not weird, but like you target largemouth, and there's just so many spots in this lake that, I mean, you'll catch spots largemouth fishing. So, I mean, those same spots you catch out in the middle of the lake, we're catching them here in 2 to 3 feet of water. But your chances of catching a largemouth in this stuff, obviously over the middle of the lake scoping, way better in this dirty, shallow water. Jokers out there schooling.
Wow. Mega crappie. Look at the mouth on that thing. Gosh. Crazy big crappie. Largemouth, dude. There's a school of largemouth right there. Here we go. There's a whole ass school of them. Need that second one to just bust up there like this, like that, right there, just like that. Another largemouth. Dirty water, middle of the creeks. Look at this, dude. This is ridiculous. Mad crappie, dude. Look at the size of this crappie. That is a magnum crappie. Gosh. Big old crop. Pretty fish. Jerkbait eater. So for this side of the lake, the west side of the lake, I've marked all my muddy water spots. So we'll hit those for the next couple hours. That spot, I caught a largemouth every freaking cast for like 10 minutes. It was like this, it was just a ditch on mud. Something people aren't looking for. Big one I lost over there. I mean, that's way better than average, the bites in here for sure. I never would have known without the app, man. I'm dead serious. Even like you go on Google Maps and like you'll see some muddy water, but it's not accurate because those shots were from 2018. There's really something to this. I mean, you go to the creeks where the muddiest water is, that's where the largemouth live. I mean, they absolutely live there. And if they're not on the docks, where are they at? They're out in the middle chasing bait, just like every other lake in the country. This one now, so that arm and that arm are the dirtiest. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a good one to have. That's a good one to have. It's a 2+ pounder. All right. I think the further we go out of this, the better it's gonna be. All right, we gotta go. I'll probably, oh man, we need to come back to this. So we definitely learned today, like, all the life is in that stained water. If you don't know where it's at, you're just stuck in that clear stuff. But there's just, every time we find stained water, there's just tons of life. All right, we got to get out of here. We've got kind of a long run back. But yeah, there's 2 other creeks up north that are dirty that I'm gonna hit tomorrow. But this right here has got a lot of potential, man, like lots. I almost want to come back tomorrow. I mean, you got laydowns, it's just all muddy, dirty water, tons of bait, crappie everywhere, stripers, white bass, everything's eating in here. All right, like I said, I never would have came all the way back here. You gotta like snake wind all the way back here. You don't know it, but there's dirty water here. The map doesn't show it, the app shows it.
Thanks to a deer. We are back in the saddle here at Lake Martin, day 3 of practice. And last time I was here, it was basically the same scenario. The Super Bowl was going on. Takahiro won the tournament. I missed the cut. Fished for spots for half the day and said, you know what? I'm gonna go gamble on the largemouth. Never caught anything. That's how I like to fish these kind of lakes though. I like to roll the dice a little bit, and just in general, man, like I'm a gambler at heart. I definitely want to do something that I feel like is going to do well in the tournament. At least just give it a try. That's how I fished it last time. Now we have scope. I have active target with the Lowrance, and yeah, it's changed fishing obviously, and this how you approach this lake. You have a lot of spots out here that are roaming off. You have spots that are a little bit shallower. The game plan for me is how do I get a little bit better than average bite. And when I say better than average, a 2-pounder, or a 1 3/4 to 2 pounders, not a bad one here. Anything over 2 is a good fish, as crazy as that sounds. You know, you got to approach it with that in mind, and in the areas of the lake that you want to try to do that, because they're not everywhere. I mean, the little bit better fish are not just swimming around all over this lake. So Guntersville was an absolute train wreck. Day 1, not half bad. Day 2 was just, man, I've never felt that lost on a lake that I kind of somewhat know. And it's changed over the years, and that week was completely different, man. It was a feast or famine. When that water gets in the 30s, it's a feast or famine. You're either on them or you're not, and I was not on them. The areas where I got bit the day before could not get bit. And if I could change one thing, I would probably pick up the trolling motor less. And I know better, you know, I'm kind of a veteran at this, but it's easy to spin out a little bit. I probably would have tried different baits. I tried to force feed them a trap way too much. I mean, you know, preconceived notions, you go into it right, you're like, man, they're gonna eat a trap. It's February at Guntersville. They weren't eating it good. And you know, a vibrating jig was better, and a jerk bait. So I really was narrow-minded in that tournament. So that's what I learned. Hope y'all learned a little something from that, and don't be narrow-minded as we go out here on Lake Martin and try to find some 2-pounders. Those aren't bad fish out here. You know, they're just not fat. I mean, that's probably a 113. No, it's bigger than that. 2.3, 2.4. So that's actually a good fish. I mean, you get 5, 2, you know, 2.4s. 5 of those, you're getting some money. Do this for at least half the day and try to get a little bit more confidence, or try to find you know, those 2-pound class fish. Really just doing a lot of searching to try to find if there's a key little area, if this is even a reliable pattern. If I can just find a ditch or something that's got a bunch of them in there. Oh, it's right at 2 pounds, 115. Definitely think I'm doing the right thing to catch a little bit better than average size. Just need to keep doing it, try to find the right little area.
that you're just having a good morning. Just living it up. Every time. It's like clockwork. He's got some shad in his throat. 113, 114. Maybe that's what I need to be fishing in these coves. It's just like these, not main lake stuff, but a little secondary place. Everybody gets trained out of it. I feel like I do that too. Like you see a pocket that looks good. It's got like docks and points and, you know, just looks good to our eye. But a lot of times the best places, and you see guys win tournaments, are like, you know, the worst looking banks or creeks or places that people don't fish a lot. I don't know if there's a pattern to it, but I've had 2 bites on docks down this way with a sailboat in the water, like a boat in the water. I don't know if it's just added extra shade, so you don't have just a floating dock, but you got a sailboat. May actually ride around and see if that was just a fluke or not. So we're out here on Lake Martin, and one thing I've probably been the most impressed with on this app is the water clarity. I didn't know how accurate this was going to be, but I've been around the lake, and the dirtiest water on the lake is in El Cache Creek, and especially in the back, it gets really stained. And you can see how it turns that bright red. It is spot on because it is very dirty back in here. I mean, you can see maybe you know, a couple inches, so you can see how it gets really red. And most of the lake is clear, you know, especially down by the dam. You get up in these creeks, you get a little bit more stain, but I was back in here the first day, and you know, it was just a little stain, but nothing crazy. And you can just tell how accurate it is. Man, I've been super impressed by this. I don't know any other way to find out what the water clarity looks like other than the deep dive app. So I've been highly impressed. I'll use this basically everywhere we go. There's a big largemouth. I shouldn't have swung. But you know what? It gives me confidence, if anything else. I can come pitch trees all day. I shouldn't have swung, but that's all I needed to see. That's the game changer fish right there. That can make you a huge difference in a tournament. That's probably 3.5. That's what you want right there. Wrapping up day 3 here. It's gonna be like about everybody else, man. I mean, you know, one bite can change your tournament, but nothing solid. I mean, you know, scoping them like everybody else. I didn't do it a lot. Like, I didn't get out there and just yank on them all day, every day. I really stayed shallow. Was hoping I could figure out maybe a dock bite or something, but you know, it's been cloudy every day. So it's gonna be sunny tomorrow. I don't know if that's gonna change anything. Caught that one nice largemouth y'all saw, and that's kind of what I'm looking for. Like, it's Lake Martin. It's gonna be tough to get size. It always is.
Just need to make the right choices tomorrow and just try to fill out the day as it goes. But jig and a worm, it's kind of what I'm gonna stick with, and maybe we can, I mean, top 50, I feel like I won the tournament after last week, so that's what we're gonna shoot for.